Hey everybody, welcome back to the No Streetlights podcast. I'm Tim, and as you notice, my co-host Aaron isn't here with me today. I wanted to talk about something that's going on right now. It has unfortunately gotten worse in the past 24 plus hours due to another fire popping up. You probably understand that we're here to talk about the California wildfires that have been rampaging and destroying tens of thousands of acres of property. I have felt really called to using our platform to discuss this, especially since my wonderful sister-in-law, Kirsten, who a lot of you have recognized from previous episodes, where she actually has the highest viewed video on our YouTube currently.
Frick yeah!
Yep. Where we talk about our favorite comfort show in the entire world with our favorite Winchester boys, Sam and Dean, and of course, our wonderful, beautiful angel and devil on our shoulder, Castiel and Crowley. We are not here to talk about that today. I apologize. I am stumbling over my words here. It is late. I have been grinding out this week's episode. I'm going to be grinding out this episode, or I'm going to be grinding out this short episode so that I can make sure this is out in a timely manner. But over this past weekend, Kirsten has decided to go and assist in the volunteer efforts to provide resources and things to individuals who have been displaced by the fires over in California. I want to hear about her experiences, what she saw, and get some details out to the public in case you live under a rock and have no idea what is going on. So you can actually understand the severity of this situation, and we want to provide actual resources that you can utilize to help these people, these everyday, normal people who, like me, and like you listeners out there, have no idea what to do now that they have lost their entire livelihood. All of that opening, some of it's going to stay, some of it's going to get cut. What's important here is I have Kirsten. So Kirsten, please go ahead and say hello to everybody.
Hey guys, what's up? Always happy to be here with my brother-in-law. I'm doing this even though you're not next to me.
Right. My brother-in-law.
Right. Well, you're on this side of me.
And I think you're actually on this side of me, so.
Yeah, so.
No, we'll edit the video. I'll flip the videos to make that work.
Okay.
Kirsten, thank you so much for joining me. I know this is very short notice for you. We literally just discussed this the day before. And yeah, you've put together a litany of websites, resources, and data to provide to me and my listeners here over on this platform.
It's been really beautiful seeing everybody come together, because even though there has been a little bit of kind of a negative light on the fires from people who don't live in California,
right?
Luckily, the good has outweighed the bad, despite the fires being the really, really, really bad.
Yeah. I like to think that we are good by nature, or at least we want to be good by nature. A lot of the, rude comments and things you've been seeing on the internet, I'm sure some of the other people have seen it on Facebook and whatnot. Over here on No Streetlights, we don't like to spread hatred. We don't like to spread negativity. And if you do happen to feel a certain way about these fires in California and don't have an interest in providing any kind of positive assistance to these individuals, you're always welcome to click off this video. I mean, I can't force you to stay. You are a free human being. You can go do whatever it is that you wish.
Yeah, just have some empathy is all I have to say, because so many people have lost their homes. Rich, poor, celebrity, non-celebrity, it doesn't matter who you are. They have lost everything. They have lost their homes, their memories, their whole lives. And now they're left with nothing. Because some people would be like, oh, well, they're rich, they could rebuild, but there's nothing left to rebuild, because the whole example, like Palisades, it's all completely wiped out.
Jesus.
There's nothing left there.
I did look at a little bit of statistics before we sat down here, trying to jumble all my thoughts together, and I'd noticed that there's approximately 38,000 acres of land that has been destroyed, at least according to the reports that I've seen.
Yeah, basically. The moment it all started, everyone just started getting the Watch app, the Watch Duty app, because it's kind of like Ring in a way, giving live updates. So that's the same thing, but with the fire. So we've all been glued to our phones and just been living in paranoia mode.
Yeah.
And just been checking that out the whole time. We're like, oh my God, where's the next one? And then you're just seeing it grow and grow, both the Eden and Palisades, and then little fires popping up here and there. There was one that popped up where I used to live, and it was like 5 minutes from that old house.
Oh my God.
And that was just like, even though I wasn't there, like that's where I had really good memories. And the thought of that possibly burning down was not fun.
Yeah, it's too close to home, you know?
Yeah.
Quite literally in this sense, since you actually did call that area your home.
Yeah.
And I mean, even Brittany had told me the same thing. You know, she felt very strongly about, you know, I really hope nothing terrible happens.
Like, everyone feels that LA is not what it is for those who don't live in LA. They all think that it's all rich people who live there. Doesn't matter. It's being cleansed or whatever. And it's like, no. LA is literally a place that has workers, dreamers, anyone who just has a goal in life. And I would say it's very diverse in LA.
Yeah.
And it's not just rich people. Honestly, LA is filled with every working class.
Yeah.
You just have like, homes are gone, memories are gone, small businesses are gone. People who have like built everything, finally reaching their dreams, and then it's just burnt.
Yeah.
And LA is just filled with big communities. Like, I basically found all my friends in LA, found who I am in LA. Like, LA is home.
Yeah, and speaking of friends, we have a lot of friends who live in those areas. Luckily, we live in a world that's very connected via social media, and a good majority of our friends were able to let us know within, you know, hours to days or so that they were, you know, the marked safe from this fire or this fire. But one thing that is really striking to me about these fires is, you know, there's people who've talked about how California is just one bad series of windstorms away from pretty much burning down to the ground. And I mean, a lot of people would hear that and say that that's probably hyperbole, but we're kind of seeing this in live action. You know, the winds going on over in California have contributed heavily to the spread of these fires, making it very difficult for the emergency responders to be able to actually get them under control. I did look at some statistics showing that a good majority of the fires now are at least over 50%. They're kind of hanging closer to the 70 to 80, 90, 100% area. I'm not 100% sure about the San Diego fires. Those are quite new, and I haven't exactly... Truth be told, we decided to do this recording before the San Diego fires, and then I found out today that, I mean, I live 6 hours ahead of everybody, so I found out in your future and my past that this happened. And I was like,
our present.
Our present, yes. Coming together, it's our present. It's just, it's terrible, you know? But, you know, we can commiserate on all this sadness and awfulness that's going on over in California. I really want to touch on the beauty that you've been able to see over this past weekend and helping contribute and, you know, everything that you've actually been able to witness and do.
Yeah, so being where I live, I am a good distance from the fire, but there was one that started near us, so that freaked me out for a little bit. But all I was doing is just sitting there watching the news, freaking out. I have a bag packed ready to go, and then I'm like, there's no point of just sitting here and freaking out. Like, once the freeways open, I'm gonna go find and do something. So what I did, I started searching online, Instagram, and I was able to find one of the LA relief communities wanting volunteers. So of course I just emailed, I'm like, I'm just gonna do it. I want to go help. So I was able to get Thursday because the whole week already passed. So I was like, okay, Thursday. And I was able to get that. But before that, rewind. I was like, you know what, let me like gather new things we have to donate, because that very place that I signed up for, they were taking donations. So I'm like, okay, let me just grab these donations. I was able to find like unused new pads, like all toiletries and everything. So I brought that down to the place. And they were just extremely happy to be like that I was bringing stuff in. And then same time I found out that I get to come back on Thursday. So I drive back up on Thursday, and mind you, it's 2 hours of traffic, so it was a ride on the way there.
Yeah.
And so I get there, and the first thing I see, it's like we start building clothing racks. And then I just keep seeing more and more people coming to help, and I was like, oh my god. This is so nice to see that, like, not just me, but everyone in the community has been, like, driving by just to help set up the event on Saturday.
Yeah.
I was there from 10 to 6 p.m. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And the whole time I was building racks, sorting out where things should go, and then I spent majority of the time making phone calls to restaurants, other stores, if they would like to donate gift cards to first responders, because they have been out there fighting so hard, and a lot of them get paid to nothing.
Yeah.
So we were making little care packages, and by the way, Subway, Westlake Village, I'm looking at you. Could have given me a simple no, but instead you just put the phone down and just walked away and left me hanging there. Rude. Rude. So I am calling you out.
Well, last time I got food poisoning was from Subway, so I hope some representative from Subway hears your statement there and says, we should probably make that right and contribute.
Specifically Westlake Village.
Westlake Village Subway, we're coming for you.
I'm coming for you. Because I've had places say no to me the whole time, and I'm like, that's okay. Like, I appreciate you listening. Thank you for your time. And they're like, okay, no problem. Good luck.
Yeah.
That's it. Could have had a simple no, but no, you're just like, this is a Subway? And then didn't even hang up, just left me on the line and left.
I can't. I can't.
When
I
it
can't
happened,
even.
I couldn't stop laughing, though, because it's like that meme where it's like, this is a Wendy's, so I couldn't stop laughing.
No, this is Patrick.
It was the same vibe, so at the moment I was just like, you know what, whatever. Like, it's not about this right now. I'm helping families, like, and first responders. Like, you know what? They don't need you, Subway. Like, right after Shake Shack was like, yeah, we'll give you what you need. I'm like, there we go. And then I showed up on Friday. I wasn't even scheduled for Friday, but they're like, just show up. And I'm like, okay, cool. I showed up, and we were mainly focused on setting up all the stations for Saturday. Mm-hmm. And again, it's just like, you walk in. I spent like 5 minutes walking around, be like, I don't know what to do. And so I just walked up to a lady. I'm like, hey, do you need help? I'm here to help. Like, we're all here to help. So yeah, let me do something. Yeah. And so I spent the whole day with her, just not just her, but like everyone else, just sorting everything out, putting things away, collecting donations that people were still bringing. And then Saturday hits. Mm-hmm. So I go in. Since I'm early, she doesn't check me in yet. I'm just checking last minute things to make sure everyone's in the right place. And then I come back out to check in officially. And she's like, okay, you're in charge of toiletries. You get a star because you're team leader. I'm like, I'm a what now? I'm like, this is my first volunteer job. All right, I guess so. Okay, sure. And so I go to my section and I meet my little team that we have going on. And they're like, oh my God, you're the team leader. And I'm like, yeah, we got this, guys. And I just told them straight out, like, what we were told, like, make sure everybody gets what they need. Like, since we had toiletries, we had like Q-tips, shampoo, all of that lying down. Yeah. And they said, if you see someone like grabbing maybe 10 to 15 shampoo bottles instead of like one of each, or 2 to 3 or 5, whatever, they said, it's a sensitive time right now. So just walk up to them and be like, hey, do you need help with anything? And you just listen to their story and just be very sensitive about it, because you don't know what they're going through. Of
course, yeah.
What I learned is everyone was so timid to grab what they needed. They were just like grabbing one. I'm like, why don't you grab 3, 4, 5? It's fine. Yeah. But everyone's same answer was, I don't want to take more when there's other people coming in to grab what they need.
Wow.
I know. And I was just like, no, we have so much. Just take what you need. It's okay. And there is this one specifically, this kind elderly woman. I just see her looking at all the shampoo bottles, and she's just like, I don't know. And I just go, hey, grab what you want. We got shampoos, conditioner, body wash. If you want to try the fancier stuff that was donated by companies and brands, try that. It's right there. And she's like, oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. And I'm like, here, let me just put some stuff in your bag. And I just started putting it. And she looked over at me and she had tears in her eyes. Oh. She has tears in her eyes and she just goes, God bless you. And I'm trying not to cry. That's the reason why I wore waterproof eyeliner. I was like, I'm not going to do it today. I'm just like, bless you.
Yeah.
And then she just goes, it's just really hard when you lose everything. And I'm like, I get it. Just take what you need. Just take it all. And then there's this 87-year-old lady who lost her home twice.
Resilience. Yeah.
If it's your home, you're not going to want to leave.
Yeah.
But that whole time being there and then just seeing everybody come in, just seeing them grabbing maybe one thing when we're just just take it all. We had so much left over. And it's just because they were all thinking of someone else and wanting them to have what they need. And we're like, listen, we have boxes under the table. Just grab it. Mm-hmm. But they just wouldn't. And I'm like, it's right. Let me put it in your bag. I will do it for you.
I think that does speak a lot to what we just said earlier too about, people are inherently try to be good. We're talking about people who lost everything and they're too timid to grab 2 extra bottles of shampoo or whatever it is that they may need, And the thing is you're seeing one person come up and grab the stuff. What if they have a family of 8 that's waiting for them? We have no idea. You have no idea.
Yeah, they were grabbing the little ones, and I'm like, there's big ones right here, just take them. I was just putting it in their bag at that point.
Yeah. We talked a little bit about statistics at the beginning. I know right now they're looking at how much money has, how much value has actually been destroyed by these fires. Do you remember what the number was off the top of your head? Wasn't it $230 billion or did I just exaggerate?
I don't really know.
So what is important? Oh God. And now I feel like I'm obligated to look it up. Oh, okay. Whew. Okay. I wasn't too far off. Woo. Everybody who just had to watch that was tough. I don't have my glasses on. We're trying to deal with the reflection issue. Okay. We've heard your comments. But they're estimating $250 billion, which puts this at the worst natural catastrophe in the United States. It's on the same level of Hurricane Katrina. I don't know exactly where they're sitting at. Did Hurricane Katrina, is it still surpassed it or not? But, everybody from back in those earlier years, we remember how much and how long it took to recover. And the storm had passed. We're looking at fires that are still happening in California. So I can't express the gravity of how I feel about this. It's a lot to take on. And if you need me to keep saying it over and over and over again about, what people are losing and what's going on and why this is a serious matter, truth be told, you should probably just go get your hands on out in the community and see for yourself. You're not going to listen to random guy on the internet, number 15 billion or whatever. But listen, there is some other things that I wanted to ask you real quick, Kirsten.
Yeah.
I want to try and keep this a pretty concise episode. So we talked a little bit about what people were grabbing and things like that. I'm just asking your opinion and to let the listeners here know, what are some stuff that you think or you would recommend that people look to donating to help those who are in need at this time?
Well, what shocked me was how fast the Q-tips went. I was like, dang, you don't think about that, but wow, the Q-tips are gone.
What I would have expected at least 5 other things to have gone out before the Q-tips. That is, wow, it's crazy.
Also, what we noticed is that people are looking for glasses and contact lenses. Everyone was asking for that, and I'm like, oh, you don't really think about that, because automatically we all think clothes. They need clothes. They need food. Obviously, we need toiletries. Especially for the females, we need those pads and tampons. Mm-hmm. I would definitely say slow down on the clothes. And again, if you are going to donate clothes, make sure they are brand new. Mm-hmm. Definitely, they need more funds, like money, donations to help rebuild everything. Funds is really important.
Absolutely. I do want to say too, for those who don't have the means to give, simply sharing information such as this video or, you know, the audio or whatever it is that you're listening to, whatever platform you're hearing this on, just share it. Just share the post. Help other people know where the resources are in the good places. Not that there's any places that are bad to donate to. I don't think there's really
You just have to be careful because there are scammers.
Yeah. Just make sure it's a validated website. You know, don't go to, gimmeyourmoney.com. Don't go there. Don't go to there.
We know there are legit GoFundMes, but you also have to be careful with GoFundMes.
But go to validated websites, go to validated resources. A lot of resources that Kirsten has shared with me are going to be down in the description. Maybe I'll, depending on how quickly I can edit, maybe there'll be some images popping up here of like, go to this website or this website or this website. But go check out the description below. We're going to have plenty of places that you can go where you can donate, whether you have the fiscal means, whether you're just going to share it so other people who may have the fiscal means to share, or the items that they can donate. Every little bit helps. If you have stuff to donate, please do so. If you have the ability or the means to get out and assist in your community, if you happen to live in the California, Los Angeles, San Diego areas, please do so safely.
Definitely donate to LA fire first responders.
Yeah, certainly.
They are out there fighting for not just their lives, but all our lives. So we're like, listen, they deserve so much better. Yeah.
And it's going to be years before they can finally rebuild.
Yes.
Houses are not going to pop up overnight. We don't have wood style release from Naruto over here to build houses like that. No Yamato over there for anybody who gets Naruto references. That's okay if you don't. Kirsten, before we go ahead and sign off here real quick, I just want to turn the floor over to you. Is there anything that you feel called to tell the listeners now? And is there anything that we didn't get the opportunity to cover yet?
Continue to have empathy, because these are real lives who have lost their homes, and just donate what you can, whether that's Q-tips, money, glasses, toiletries, whatever you feel is important to give. If you can, then go ahead and do that, or just simply share the word. Either way, all that's important is just have empathy. That's like the big thing, because seeing everyone come together on Saturday, just all of us helping the families and families walking in, everyone was just focused on taking care of each other instead of being like, oh, let me just grab this for myself. No. Everyone was thinking of someone else. The volunteers, the victims, the first responders who came in. When they came in, like, we just applauded them, and it was just like chills all over when they walked in. It was like having the Avengers walk in. I don't know. Like, everyone just stood up and started applauding when they walked in, and you just see one going, hey.
This was his moment. This is what
it was his moment, and he deserves that moment.
Yeah, he was living his movie moment there.
But yeah, overall, just have empathy and care about other human beings, and donate what you can.
Well, everybody, Kirsten specifically, I want to thank you for sitting down with me. Such short notice, no material plan. This is all off the top of our heads, and I got a Google Chrome tab over here that I can hardly read. But it is really important. This is something that's happening right now. People need help right now. I have a platform. Aaron and I have a platform. No Streetlights is a platform. And this is one of those moments where we have to say, put up or shut up. We can't be talking about trying to spread goodness out there if we're not going to be out there being part of the solution. Be part of the solution. Don't be part of the problem. So, Kirsten, thank you so much for joining me over here today.
Thank you. Also, So sorry. I just remembered. Please take care of our planet. It is on fire.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very crucial. Very crucial.
Yes,
very
climate
astute.
change is real. Thank you.
And I really want to give a huge thank you to all of you listeners out there. If you made it through this relatively short segment with me today, I really appreciate it. Please share this message, or at least share some of the resources that are going to be down in the show notes and description below. It can help a lot. You have no idea how much just a simple share on Facebook can really, really reach and expand and save somebody. As I always like to end these episodes, I just want to tell all of you, be good to yourselves and each other. Aaron's not here to say it, so I'll say it. I love you, and peace.
Bye.
No street lights, but we're finding our way. In the dark, but we've got something to say. Lessons learned and stories untold. Come on in, let the truth unfold. Whoa.